Welcome all. This is Carlos, CEO of GAR Capital. It's 8:41 p.m. on Thursday, June 15th. This is video for everybody, the public, anyone who's following us on Instagram Live. We are live, simulcasting live on Instagram at GAR Capital. And this is definitely an interesting video. We're going to go ahead and take some Q&As live. I'm very, very excited to get started. So with that being said, join me. Join me, everybody on Instagram right now. Let's keep it moving. All right, a couple things that we want to go over today. Pre-market. Let's go ahead and go over the pre-market. You have no sound. You have no sound on what exactly? Can you hear me out there, Instagram? If you can hear me, put a thumbs up. Hey, everybody. Can everyone hear me there? Make sure that this is going. Let me type it here. Okay, great. Okay, so we're good. Keep in mind, guys, that the YouTube is not live. It's just recording. So if you have questions, go ahead and ask. I will answer, and then you can see what I'm seeing real time, I guess, and then you could just see it after. Okay, first things first. Thank you so much, VYTR4S. Excuse me, I must have butchered that. First things first, let's go over the pre-market today. I'm on CNBC.com. We're looking at futures. A couple things I want to look at is oil. First things first. Oil right now down about 0.16%. We're at 44.39 currently. A couple of moves here. Definitely oil has been something that I've been watching. Also gold as well. And let's go ahead and take a look at that currently. Gold right now is at 1255.80. Oil is falling, which is something that we've been expecting. 44.38. Inventories tend to be a problem. Demand is not there yet. And with that being said, it's going to drag Canadian dollar with it. Even though we had that Canadian talk about stimulus, the Canadian dollar, USD CAD has been rising against it because oil has hit a 6-week low. I'm reading the headline here as OPEC fails to curb supply. $20 a barrel. This is a question here from VYT4S. Is oil going to hit $20 a barrel? I believe the lowest we've gotten was about 23. I don't see $20 happening. Definitely not soon. That's a lot. That's a big. That's 60% drop, 55% drop. That's not going to happen. I don't believe so. 44.38 is the current level. I'm going to go and pull up a chart at WTI here. If you want to go and follow me, everybody, it's U.S. oil. WTI crude oil on TradingView. I'm looking at it and you'll see it on the video. And right now we're at 44.37. I'm going to go and bring up a daily chart so we can kind of see a broader view. And right here on the daily, we're looking at a floor or a support of 43.24. Looks like support. If we can break 43.24, then it's off to the races. $40 handles for sure. But it has been very choppy. I don't think any OPEC headlines or any kind of cuts or any kind of meeting is gonna change the fact that oil has been falling. Supply is a concern, and also demand. We've had crude oil inventories every week on Wednesday, and the draw just isn't enough. Yes, there has been draws, but again, it needs to beat expectations in order for oil to go up. Simple supply and demand. OPEC understands that. But I don't believe the OPEC nations or any other nation is going to go ahead and agree with their cuts when their budgets are totally based on oil production. There's a lot of countries who are not OPEC affiliated, and they're going to keep pumping oil. They're going to keep doing their thing. And that's going to flood. Right now, the world is awash in cheap oil. Oil CEOs are definitely seeing this. I saw a call today from the BP CEO talking about $51 barrel oil, $53 barrel oil by next year. Don't they wish? I mean, that'd be something that they would want. Do I see that happening? No, I don't actually. I think that $50 a barrel in the short term is not going to happen. I think the highest level we might get to in oil is around 48. 48 would be my resistance mark on the WTI chart. And I'm looking at it right now, 44.36. 43.24 is our support level. 51, yeah, that's not happening. I don't see it. Unless we're getting a disruption globally, maybe a war, geopolitical issue. I mean, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, you know. Um, but yeah, it's dragging. It's definitely dragging. It's basically supply and demand. You have too much supply, prices are going down. If you have a lot of demand and not enough supplies, prices are going to go up. It's simple economics. It's not a rigged game by any means or any stretch of the imagination. It's just what it is currently. What can OPEC do to curb this oil slide? Would be to cut production, but that's going to hurt either way. That's going to hurt. If you cut oil, you're just not going to make enough revenue. So I think 45 to 48 is here to stay. That'd be my range. Would I short at this level? I want to hit 43.24. 43.24 is something that I want to see first. If we can break down the daily, I'm going to highlight it right here, 43.24 on the daily, then I would definitely go short down and we can get a squeeze down there. But again, look for sharp jumps. Definitely, I see a lot of candles here on the daily. There's just been volatile shifts, either up and down, but a lot more down. You know the saying, lower lows, and it's just lower highs. And right now, I'm very bearish on oil, and that's the extent of it. I don't think there's any way around it. I think if you want to call a bottom, then you're buying oil. I tried to call a bottom around 46, 47, and I got stopped out on oil. I closed that out, and it's just not going to work. I mean, calling that bottom is going to be very, very difficult, especially in this environment. So good question. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and take other questions. Anyone open there, feel free to type in. We'll go ahead and answer as we go along. I want to take a look at Asian markets. All right, so I'm going to take a look real quick on futures. ES mini futures are 24.33, up by 0.07%. Let's see, we're here. We're up on the Japanese Nikkei, 19,932 currently. That's what I have here on my desktop. I do believe I do have, yeah, definitely. It's 19,932 for the Nikkei. We did break 20,000, I believe, a week ago. But again, we have the BOJ tonight. It's tentative. We don't know exactly what time it's going to start. So again, we got to see what the BOJ is going to do in regards to kind of yen positioning or anything. Dollar yen is something we want to focus on, but we don't want to make any moves yet until the BOJ announces any kind of bond buying, if they're going to add more bond buying, more QE, quantitative easing, or any kind of stimulus. I mean, we just want to see what they're trying to do. So far, central banks have been very, very hawkish, raising interest rates. The BOE today, Bank of England, had, I think, 3 voters vote on a rate hike. And I mean, central banks are looking like definitely inflation has caught up and they think times are good, which economically and stock market wise, that doesn't dispute it. And if the BOJ is hawkish, then definitely we're going to get a run on dollar yen and it's going to rise. Yen will be weakening out because of the risk removal of the pair and just around an macroeconomic sentiment in Asia, and we'll get a lot more dollar buying against the yen, and we'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at that next, actually. I'm going to answer this question here. How high do you think the Dow will go before it crashes? Okay, so we're going to call top, is what you're saying. Fair enough. So let's go. Before we do that, we want to make sure where we're at. 21,359 is the current level. We had an all-time high, I believe, 2 days ago. So Dow Jones Industrials, let's bring up a chart. Bringing up a chart here. This is on YouTube, everybody. If you can see this later on today, you can go ahead and take a look and see what I'm seeing. Bring it up here, an hourly chart. Again, just been a bull run. I mean, I can't fight it. I mean, just one of those things that if you are going to short, you just have to be very, very careful. Tight stops. 21,359 is your current limit. 21,391 has been the high. That's the all-time closing. I mean, intraday high. I mean, tech has been running the show. I know we had a little bit of sell-off in tech. Do I think there's a while? Are we going to fall? Yes, of course. Nothing lasts forever, just like anything else. Am I ready to call a top? No. I can't really say that. I think we're going to hit 22,000 in the Dow. I can't say that. But 21.5 is more likely to happen than 21,000, in my opinion. I think 21.5 is more likely to happen. That's only 110 more points from the highs. Can that happen? Yeah. I mean, if we get any kind of political word in regards to Dodd-Frank being removed regarding regulations of banks, if we get repatriation of foreign assets with corporations, meaning that they're going to be a tax holiday on corporations like Cisco, Microsoft, Apple overseas to bring that money to the States. I mean, that's huge. I think there's a lot more upside than downside in the market. Definitely, I am long equities. I'm definitely still a buyer. I don't want to miss this boat. I mean, we've gone from 20,800 to 21,359, and that's only been in less than a month. The market is running 500 points with less of the month. We still have a lot more to go, in my opinion. Again, I would say 21.5 is more likely to happen. 22 is a little bit of a stretch. Again, if we get some political movement in a sense of we get repatriation or we get Dodd-Frank removed from the banks because the banks are weighted against the Dow Jones, I think that would be very, very helpful to push this market up. But if you are playing indices, excuse me, and trying to go long, or if you're trying to short either, calling a top is very difficult. Keep your stop losses tight, and make sure that you have good risk management. But I'm definitely a buyer still in this market. What would it take for it to fall? Bad earnings would be one. That would be my first one. And bad economic data, GDP to slow down. If we had housing start slowing down, less borrowing, that would be the red flag. But we haven't had any of that. So, I mean, I think it's one of those things that we're just nervous that it's going so high so quickly. We don't know a good thing when we see it, and we're just waiting for the disaster. We're waiting for '07 to happen, and I hate to say it, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. And I don't mean hate to say it because I don't want the economy to be doing well, but I don't want anyone who's shorting, who's friends of ours who are shorting the market, get killed either. So, good question, though. Thank you so much for asking. If anyone else has any questions, any Forex questions, any any Forex questions, any stock questions, I would be more than happy to take care of it and take a look for you. Anyone else out there? Dollar yen right now is at 110.99. Definitely big jump all around. Wow, definitely a big jump. I mean, 111 handle right now, dollar yen. I wouldn't get into it right now. Definitely want to see the BOJ, but if I would say I would actually look into short. So 111.70 has been the previous high. Okay, let's go and ask first things first. Eddie Boy, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me again. What do you think about gold being bullish? Gold has been taking a hit all around. So let's go ahead and take a look at gold. Gold has been taking a hit lately. If I can just bring up that chart. I don't think I have gold here. Well, you know what? I'll bring up a GLD chart. GLD is the stock equivalent of gold. So I'm not going to talk about futures. So 123.31 was the high. I'm looking here, 119.07. With the Federal Reserve and central banks raising interest rates, I do not like gold short term. It's definitely a hedge just against any kind of stock market meltdown, but I would not be buying. Honestly, I would not be buying gold right now. I like a little more of a flush. If we can fall down a little more, maybe buy on a little more on a floor and a dip. 118.50 looks like to be support level in an hourly. I'll just tell you this: I'm not a buyer. I'm not buying gold right now. Definitely not buying gold. So, Edgy boy, I would advise against buying gold. SPY. Okay, SPY is S&P 500. Again, SPY. The only thing that's bringing SPY down recently has been tech. Apple is a big weight against the S&P. The only reason that is down, I'm a buyer of SPY. Definitely a buyer. WFC for the long position. Let's take a look. Edgy boy, you're very welcome. Okay, so Wells Fargo, the banks, propped up a little bit due to the central bank raising interest rates, which helps out. Dodd-Frank's a big deal. Again, like we spoke about, if we can get that kind of removal of regulation, that would definitely boost up the bank. This is the weaker of all the banks due to this is the issues that they've been having in regards to now they have mortgage issues. I wouldn't say fraud, but they're having some kind of issues now. In regards to mortgages, I think they're just kind of like the same deal with the customers where they're just faking kind of paperwork. I mean, it's a mess. I don't like it. I mean, unless we get a huge buyback, maybe. But I'd rather you in Citibank, I'd rather you in Bank of America, and I'd rather you have JP Morgan. And if you're into investment banks, I'd rather you have Morgan Stanley than Wells Fargo. What I sell here, 50. It depends where you got in. If you're a profit at WFC, I'm buying. I close the position. I'm not a fan of it. That's the worst of the banks, in my opinion. Out of the big four, I don't like them at all. Okay, so Aussie dollar biggie time frame. Okay, so Aussie dollar, let's take a look. The Aussie dollar, Aussie has been very, very resilient lately. So, I mean, Aussie's been one of those pairs that you just can't do anything against them. Aussie, again, looks like we got at the bottom around May 10th. Looking at the chart right now, 75.92 is the current rate. I do like it to the long side. 77.28 would be the resistance. Play to 77 for about 110 pop. I like Aussie long term, especially with a stronger bounce back in equities. I like the Aussie. Has been the most resilient pair of all of them. So yes, till August, yes, I would hold Aussie dollar if you have it, or I would buy Aussie dollar if you're thinking about buying it. Good entry here, 75.91. Play to 7,700. I do like that pair. Fonzino FFC. Okay, so CL, what is your take on oil, higher or lower? Lower. We talked about that earlier with oil. Let me go and bring up that chart again. I would be short on oil, and I'm thinking about shorting it myself, but I want to get in a good position and verify. Oh, nice. Okay, so he's in. Stay pipping is on Aussie dollar. Very nice. I hope long. So let's see here. 44.37, like we spoke about. This is on video on YouTube. It's being recorded. 44.37. If we can break 43.21 on oil, maxed out, then I would definitely short all the way down to 39 handle. Definitely. That would be the next break. If you could see here, coming right down here, that'd be my next move. So 43.27. If you can mark that as an alert, I know I am. 43.27. Lower lows, lower highs. If we can break that 43.27, I do expect a squeeze from any kind of position. I want to wait till any kind of expiries are done for the July contract so we can go into August, and then we can go in and short 39.71 would be my target. So yes, I am definitely bearish on oil. I know it has no place in trading, but I like a gap up in the morning for us as stocks. You know what? Let's go ahead and take a look why I have everyone on the on the phone. Well, I do have you on the phone actually. I have you on here on video. Hello. I'm in profit in Nvidia, wondering if I should trim gains and buy more Amazon. I have a bigger Nvidia position. Fonzie, I like both. I own both. I own Nvidia and I do also own Amazon. I love Amazon on the dip. I like them the most out of all of the big FAANG companies. Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Or you can include Apple in that. But I do like Amazon the most. They have higher upside. There was a price target moved to 1800. Nvidia, take your profits. Yeah, I'm okay with taking a little bit of profits, scaling back a little bit, and buying some Amazon. Absolutely, especially at these levels. I love it. It's a great call. Keep your Nvidia position. I still like them long term. 964 is definitely a gift on the dip. Buy Amazon. I'm a big believer in Jeff Bezos and the company. This is not a Snapchat. This is a real company that makes real revenue, real sales, and real profit. So again, it's just a company that I do love very much, and I own it. So I'm all for it. I think we had one more here in video. Okay, I think we were talking about. Let's go ahead and talk about post market gains right now. We had a post market gain after the bell for AMD, which is going to kind of raise Micron and raise Nvidia as well. So let's go ahead and bring up Yahoo Finance. I want to take a look at the post market gains. Excuse me, I'm drinking a little bit of coffee. Okay, so bringing up my watch list here, and it's taking a little bit. Come on. Always the Adobe flash drive or flash, want to verify. So Shopify, I'll take a look in a second. Let me just make sure. Let me take a look at, what was it, AMD. That's what I want to see. I want to see the post-market trading. And if it could just work, we'd be set. Okay, so let's do Google Finance instead. Stay with me, guys. Appreciate the patience. So AMD, we'll take a look at post-market movement after the bell. Up 0.57 currently. 0.157. We posted on the afternoon note about AMD where they had a what was the news on that? I believe the government was talking about supercomputers, and we're going to use their technology, which is excellent. It's going to boost most of the chip makers. Nvidia at 0.39 above after hours, so excellent. Definitely tech is the way to go. I'm still heavy on tech. They've been great for us the whole year. So let's take a look here. Shopify. Okay, I think Shopify is based in Canada, if I believe. Let me see if I can find them. I don't think I... Shopify is shop. S-H-O-P. Okay, so it's at 85.48 currently, up 0.14 after hours. I'm going to bring up a chart here. So what do I think about Shopify? Okay, see a little bit of a dip here around, we're currently at 85.48. I mean, look at the run we've had. Wow. I don't own this stock or have ever bought it. Right now it's at, we had the bottom here after the election, 37.76, and it has more than doubled. So it is up very high. I'm seeing a little bit of a dip. If you're looking for an investment, I do like Shopify. I heard great things about them. If you're looking to trade it, see if we can get down to 82.50, if anything. If we can get a little more of a pullback, maybe 83, I'd get back in. Unless we break 87.50, and then you can see where we're actually getting back to the upside. I'm seeing a daily candle here to the upside, 85.48. We can get to 87, I'd buy. I'll buy at 87 to confirm the reversal. But, I mean, if we can get down to 81, that'll be a better price to get in on Shopify. Okay, so next question. One more about euro dollar, also long-term, daily and weekly, please. Euro dollar. Okay. VYTS with the strong questions. Love it. 111.55 currently. Looks like we are in channel right now. A little bit in range. 111.55 to 112.50. I was looking for a break of 112.50. I was actually looking for 113. If we could break 113, that would have confirmed the bull run. But it just lost steam at the top. Dollar has gotten stronger. I do like it long term to the upside, but I think we're just going to be range bound for a bit. We don't have any economic data to support any kind of dollar bids currently. So on the daily chart, again, I am bullish. And in the weekly, yeah, you could see how on the weekly, again, 113 is my number. That's the number I want to break. If we can break 113, then I'd be a lot more confident. What determines how the market USA stock opens in the morning? Is it the Asian markets? Do you think everyone waits for 8:30 housing reports? Chalk drop. First thing, algorithms determine buying and selling. There's more algorithms, more programs buying than there is people. What helps with that? You have two things. You have pre-market trading, which is less liquid, and of course sentiment overseas. Asian buyers buy, or Asian or European buyers have buy orders that come overnight, and whatever's put in is put in, and that definitely moves markets. You always see those big bounces in the morning or big volume spikes. Those are all the orders coming in from overnight. So again, the first couple of minutes of trading, the first 20 minutes, that doesn't determine the day, but you can actually see those volume spikes. And also the end of day trading, 3:30, they call it 3:30 ramp. That's also very prevalent with the volume spikes. The Trump speech, I think Trump right now is kind of irrelevant. So that's not something that I'm worried about. I mean, you're gonna hear what he's gonna say, and I mean, I think we're all kind of used to it. But again, does it affect markets? I mean, what doesn't affect, other than the fact that if he gets impeached or something crazy, something like that, yes, but not to the effect if you think. Regulation would be more of the focus or any kind of legislation than what Trump tweets. That's kind of the only thing that would affect markets. It's to a big swing, to more volatile issue. Maybe a higher bid, I reckon, after it comes to parity. Yeah, I would be bullish on euro dollar. Also, for small accounts, $1,000 or less, would you rather trading stocks such as Shopify rather than investment? If you want to trade stocks, honestly, you need $5,000 minimum. $1,000, you're going to get eaten up with fees. So I don't recommend it at all. It's just not a good play. I just don't want you guys to get eaten up with fees. Everyone asks me, oh, what's the minimum for options? And like I said before, minimum for options, minimum is $5,000 to me. And that's something that I truly believe. I just don't want you guys to get eaten up with fees and just get beaten down. If you have $1,000, just start saving. That's the most important thing. Start saving, trade demo, master your account first. Or if you're gonna trade, if you're gonna invest, okay, $1,000, invest with Robinhood if you're in the US, no commissions. You really don't need charting. Just buy the stocks that you like, that you use every day. Keep it simple. Strong, do you see a strong dollar for the year? Okay, for the rest of the year. Okay, let's take a look at the DXY. Right now we're at 97.48. We had a big move from July 2014. We've been range bound. Highest we've gotten was 100. We're at 97.44. The Federal Reserve is going to prop up the strong dollar. I'll give you that. But I don't think it's going to last. With bond yields the way they are, the 10-year hasn't gone enough for me to see that the dollar is going to be stronger. I do see they'll be middle of the ground. I think 97 to 98, around that area. But anywhere of 103 in the dollar, I just don't believe that's going to happen at all. I think since the election, we had a move to 103 in the dollar, all the way down to 97.44. I'd be bearish in the dollar short term. I wouldn't expect huge movements, but again, dollar yen has been the catalyst. Now we're at 111, but we got as low as 108. So again, I wouldn't have a strong outlook on the dollar. No, I think we're range bound here at 97, 98. Do you want any Bitcoin? No, I don't. But don't trade it. Don't look at it. Don't even worry about it. I just report it on our Instagram because it's fun to talk about. Everyone's into it, but no. And I just wouldn't be interested in getting any Bitcoin or whatever. Don't get burned on that stuff, man. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. It's a casino. Not worth it. And I don't think it's very liquid in a sense that you can just get out of it when you want. Big one. My background. I was at Citibank for 6 years and BBVA Compass for 2. I've been in banking since I was 20 years old. So markets are my life. It's something that I love to do. It's very interesting. It's a passion. I love what I do every day, talking markets with my partners and do what we got to do to make sure that we help everybody learn to earn. That's the key. Well, that's why we love doing these videos, everyone for free and helping people out. And definitely would like you to join our team, be clients of ours, and we want to help you profit every day in the market. So yeah, man, definitely a lot of reading, a lot of fun. You have to love this business. That's just all it is. Favorite companies for long-term investments. I don't have a lot of free time at the moment, so I stick with long-term investments for now. Okay, it depends on your budget or how much you have. If you have less than $20,000 in assets, put it in S&P 500. You'll make dividends. Top guys, Apple's, your Facebooks, your Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, ExxonMobil, your Microsofts, your Cisco. It has everything. It has the top guys. I always say, okay, what are the companies you use every day? Who's your cell phone service? Where do you pump gas? Where do you shop? I mean, those kind of things. What apps do you use? That means an example. I mean, what TV provider do you use? I mean, those kind of things you want to ask yourself because you're going to be generating that revenue too. If you pump gas at Chevron, nothing wrong with buying Chevron long term. Great company. They're not going anywhere. Who you bank with. If you bank with Bank of America, great company. You have your assets there. They're using those assets to invest. So again, just keep it simple when it comes to long-term investing. You're going to be fine. If you have a long-term horizon, these short-term market moves like what we're doing trading doesn't phase you. I wouldn't even worry about it. Just look at the Wall Street Journal, watch CNBC, and you'd be like just laughing. Don't waste your time. If it's just plug and play, again, Amazon, those big companies and the S&P 500 index fund, keep it simple with that. You get great dividends, and you go from there. Great question. I like tech stocks. Of course, FANG is great. You just don't want to buy at the top, obviously, but again, keep going. How you decide expiration date with options and not buy too much time? Well, again, if you're buying more time, you're paying more for premium. Number one thing you want to look for is volume. You want to look at volume of how much people are buying the option interest. Excuse me, volume interest. If you see a certain contract, let's say in August or September, where there's a lot of open interest (OI), then that's something that you want to buy because it'd be a lot easier or better spread between bid and ask, where you can get out of the actual contract and sell it. It's easy to buy something, but remember, you still got to sell it at a profit. And if you don't have a really good bid, against your ask, you're going to be paying that out of your pocket. So again, the best thing is OI and volume. Those are the two indicators. And of course, you want to look at any kind of big events like earnings report. Does another one where you want to make sure. For dividend returns, what ETF stocks do you advise? Best bet, if you want to see any kind of dividends, depends on how much you're willing to pay. Your best bet is just to type in on Google best dividend stocks. I'll type it in right now. Best dividend mutual funds. Pretty simple. The only thing I would advise is make sure to look at the expense ratios. I don't want you to pay out of pocket when you don't really need to. So best bet, you know what you can do? You could do dividend ETFs. ETFs tend to be just exchange traded funds. Very easy to go through. Spider International Dividends, I'm seeing right here. Oh, if you look at our YouTube video tonight, you'll see exactly what I'm looking at. Best bet is to just Google dividend ETF funds. Best bet to go. Okay, so Kiwi Yen, let's see. Keep him coming, guys. Okay, so 80.04. Again, do you think it will hit 99? The Kiwi's been pretty resilient, just like the Aussie, but oof, the yen has been kind of hitting everybody. Again, I wouldn't trade it now. BOJ. Wait for a break. I'm looking at the weekly. Let me look at the daily. If we could break 81, maybe, but I don't think we get to 99 right away. 83.50 looks like 83.50 looks to be resistance. So again, I mean 80 to 83.50 is a nice day. So hey, would I be bullish? Yes, but I want to make sure the BOJ doesn't give us any kind of curveballs. So keep in mind there. BOJ is Bank of Japan, everybody. Any thought on dollar Chinese? Dollar Chinese? We don't trade Chinese yuan. You can't trade, or I don't trade it, so I can't really give you a good opinion on that or good analysis. You're welcome. Looking for pound yen bullish. Again, yen pairs right now, guys. BOJ is the big deal. It's tentative. I can't really make a good assessment until I know what the hell they're doing. We don't know if they're going to give us a curveball. They don't know if they're going to taper or anything like that. And you just got to watch out. Just sit back on the sidelines. If anything, put a limit order. And that's your best bet. Just sit back, enjoy the fireworks, and see what happens. You're very welcome. Thank you, VYT4S. Jay, what would you give someone? What advice would you give someone starting on your own like you did? The best advice I can give them is to be patient. Be patient, have a plan, and be very disciplined. That's the best thing I could say. Write down your goals, have a plan, do the best you can every day, and honestly, stay positive, stay focused. It's a very difficult world out there in finance and trading. You have a lot of ways to lose and only a couple ways to win. So best bet is to find a mentor. That might be your best bet. And number two, write down your goals and stay focused, man. This isn't part-time. This needs to be your passion. If it's not a passion, you're wasting your time. And your best bet is to just keep grinding. Keep grinding. Keep learning. I learn every single day. Every single day I'm reading. I want to get better. Learn every day. Be better every day, Jay. That's the best advice I can give you. My own LLC. Best bet. LegalZoom. I filed my LLC in the state of Florida. That's the way I did it. Very simple. I think it was like $300 out the door. Very simple. Type it in. Type in what you want to do. Get yourself legit. Keep your assets separate. That's the most important thing. LLC will protect your assets. ASS assets, right? Fonzie, thank you. Hey, listen, I appreciate everybody being on. We only have 11 viewers, but hey, man, if this video helps 11 viewers, I'm happy for it. Lee, you're welcome. Keep a journal mandatory. Absolutely. Also read and keep learning. Yes. Lee, I'm in the States. Yes, I'm in Miami, Florida. Keep it coming, guys. Love it, love it, love it. Love talking to everybody. Remember, guys, if you haven't joined our service, feel free to do so. Definitely will love you guys part of the team. GARcapitalFX.com is the website. Hello. Okay, great. Michigan in the house. Awesome, awesome. So make sure, again, guys, GARcapitalFX.com. If you have Forex questions on a daily basis, join our chat room as part of our signal service. We have great traders in there. People love to ask questions. We're available constantly, whatever you guys need. We love to help. Every night, do you write a trading plan for the next day? Of course, we have a trading plan. Absolutely. My staff and I work very, very diligently, to make sure that we have the right plan and the right approach on everything we do, whether it's news, whether it's charting, everything. We want to make sure that we provide a battle plan before we get into anything. That's the most important thing. Have a plan. If not, you don't know where you're going. That's very, very key. Any other questions, guys? Let's go and take a look at the markets one more time. Dollar yen right now, 111.04. We already broke 111. Everything is about BOJ. BOJ. What the heck do you sleep? When you're focused, man, sleep is not that much of a big deal. I'm kidding. I like to go to bed 10:30 at night and wake up at 4 a.m. That's pretty much how my day goes. But I love it. I mean, you just wake up, man. That's just work on it. Any journal tips? What to include? Yeah, absolutely. Daily goals on the journal. Daily goals. What exactly you want to accomplish? What pairs you're looking for? If it's forex or if it's a stock. 2. Write down how much you want to make. It's so important. What is the goal? How much you want to make? Do not be greedy. Stick to that. And number 3, improvements on what you can do to improve. There's always something. And number 4, on the charting, what can you do better than you did today? The improvement that actually goes together with the improvement. So those are the big things. And also keep a spreadsheet of every trade so you can see what you got in and what you got out, and it really helps. Entry level, exit level, date, how much size you put in, everything. The more details, the better, because you can go look back and see the mistakes that you made, even the right things you did, and you want to repeat what you did correctly and forget the things that you didn't. Well, not forget it, but not do them again. If not, they become bad habits. What's more important, technical or fundamentals? They're exactly the same. They're very, very much important. It's like, what's more important? Your left or right hand. They're both important. They're both necessary to work, very necessary to live. So again, use both. Make sure they line up together to work. Do you have a spreadsheet template? I don't know what template you're speaking of. Are you speaking of options? You're talking about stocks? If you're depending what you're looking for, shoot me an email, garcapital@gmail.com. I'll get you guys a template in regards to a forex or options. Just let me know. What things do you do to mitigate risk? Number 1, don't be greedy. Have a target. Number 2, any way you can move your SL to break even to make sure that you don't get hit is number 2. And number 3, expect the unexpected. Always. You never know. There's no such thing as a sure thing. Everyone gets it wrong. I promise you. Once in a while. There you go. Fonzie, that's perfect. Fundamentals, what to buy. Technicals, when to buy. So true. That's very well said. What did you miss? R. Van Pelt, this video will be on YouTube so you can see everything that we're speaking of and you can hear everything and go over it again. garcapital@gmail.com. garcapital@gmail.com. Email me whenever you guys need. I'll get back to you when I can. All right, guys, we're going to go and wrap this video up. Thank you so much for joining me again. I would love to do more of these videos. If you are interested in more of these videos, feel free to DM me on Instagram, email me, write me any way you can, tweet me, whatever you need to do to get a hold of me, and I'll do more of these videos. I'd love to do these for everybody. Do you set hard stops or alerts? Yes, of course. Always alerts, hard stops. Very, very important. So again, guys, thank you so much for your time. We're going to end it there. Let's have a great rest of the week. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's enjoy it. And BOJ tonight, I'll keep you guys posted on what the hell happens. Twitter. And if you were part of our signal service, make sure to keep in mind that we're going to be on the chat tonight. Let's see what's up. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much. garcapital@gmail.com. garcapitalfx.com is the website. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Join us. Love for you guys to join us. And we'll see you guys later. Have a great, great evening. Thanks all.